I should have ripped into him. But at that time, I just was like, I don't have it in me. Like,
Love is Blind, Molly Mullaney.
so a lot of times it kind of looked like I was agreeing with what he was saying when it wasn't necessarily the case. They showed a very limited perception of me. The whole decentering men thing is I think it's so important for women to do.
Wagon Wheel Batusi.
Oh my god, cute. Love it. Wagon wheel.
Welcome back to Blonde Highlights.
Today we have a very special episode. We have joining us, she is from Love is Blind, Molly Mullaney.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Here.
We are so excited to have you on. We were just saying, like, you are glowing today. Like, you look absolutely stunning. So we're going to need your skincare routine afterwards.
We appreciate it. I needed to hear that today.
How are you? How's your week?
I'm good. I'm good. This week has been a little chaotic already, but other than that, it's good. It's been fun. I was in Milwaukee, which is about 5 hours away from where I live currently all weekend, and so I still feel like I'm getting back into the groove of work and everything. So,
Okay.
other than that, great.
Were you in Milwaukee for work or play?
Mostly play.
Okay.
We were my friends and I, we went for Summerfest. So we did do some things while we were there, some places that we had to hit, but it was mostly fun work, I would
Fun
say.
work. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I actually spent a lot of time, surprisingly, modeling in Milwaukee. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, that's where they have the headquarters for Kohl's. And
Okay.
yeah, so I used to model for Kohl's like all the time. So I was always there. And then Bonton, I don't know,
Okay.
it might be before
Yeah.
your time a bit, but yeah, Bonton. I was always in Milwaukee, which is so random that they have like huge photo shoots there. But yeah.
So random. It was fun, but Sundays driving back 5 hours after like drinking all weekend is,
Ugh.
Those are the worst.
that's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always used to eat sunflower seeds just to distract my brain, like just be like, you're awake and thriving.
Luckily, I did not have to drive, but I was the whole time just eating. So I
Amazing.
okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a highlight this week?
Well, I would say, okay, so this past week, I would say being in Milwaukee with all my friends was definitely the highlight.
Oh yeah.
The drive back was definitely the low point. But as far as what I'm looking forward to this week, I do have my brother's baby shower at the end of this week. It is going to be another 5 hour drive for me, so that will be my pit as well. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some family this weekend.
Oh, that's fun.
that's
Is this your first
exciting.
time being an aunt?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, and I have 4 older brothers, and it's really criminal that they have not given me a child.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah. You're like,
But-
this is my baby now. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know. Really, I told him, I was like, if I'm not the first person you text on your way to the hospital, I'm gonna have problems.
Yeah.
That's how my family was too. I have 2 older brothers, and they each have one each now. But my younger sisters that are 9 years younger than I am, they have 6 between the 2 of them.
You were so lucky.
Yeah, but it's the younger ones from my family that were like, we're having a lot of kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's busy crocheting blankets all the time. She makes them all baby blankets, which is so
Yeah.
adorable.
That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, I wish I was crafty like that. I was trying to figure out what to get them because I was like, it feels weird just getting something off a registry. It doesn't feel like
Personal.
this is my child. Yeah, it doesn't feel as personal. I did get while I was in Milwaukee, we went to the Harley Davidson museum. So I got a little Harley Davidson onesie, which is cute.
Oh, that's so
Oh, yeah.
cute. That's
Yeah.
so cute. Do you have a
And I don't know if it's a girl, so
Oh.
Yeah, I have to say my highlight was just really random, but definitely okay. Miley Cyrus's new album. I think it's great, but like the second half of the album, I really like, and it's like not even the singles. I'm just like obsessed with the second half of this album.
Okay, I need to like sit down and actually listen to her new album because I'm such a huge fan and I haven't had the time to like really listen to it yet. So I'm excited. I'll have to listen to the second half first.
Yes.
Do it, because when I was in the car with Kyle, she was listening to it and I didn't realize what it was. And I was like, what is this? Like, I loved it. It is so good. What's the song that I love? That has the...
Is it the other woman singing in the background?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Oh my God, we're having a brain death.
it's
here.
Brittany Howard with her, and it's Walk of Fame.
Walk of Fame.
Walk of Fame.
Do Walk of Fame.
Right.
It's so good.
I have it all downloaded. I'll listen to that after this because I'm like, Miley is one of those artists. I feel like I want her to have like a huge eras tour, like all her songs
Mhm.
back to. I feel like everyone wants that, but
Mhm.
ugh,
Exactly. I know when I moved to LA, I wore a cardigan so I could like hop off at LAX with a dream in a cardigan.
Oh my God, stop.
But my low light is again, I always come with the most random ones. And like my low light is people that just leave stores a wreck. You know what I mean? I am like such a people pleaser. Like there's certain friends I like follow behind. I'm like, let me just fold this real quick. Let me put this away. Let me just reorganize this. I go into like, I was at Nordstrom with a friend and he was looking at shoes. The next thing I know, I'm like organizing all the shoes at Nordstrom.
I actually feel personally attacked right now because we went into Trader Joe's and they had these muffins that I like. And I didn't even get a chance to put the other ones back. So I had one in my hand. I found a strawberry muffin. I put the other one down and I was like, oh, what are these? And Kyle's like, this goes over here. And like, I was like, I didn't even get a chance.
talking to you.
She's personally attacking me right now, which again, very on brand.
Oh, okay. No.
My highlight is actually that Kyle is still my friend because I've been staying with her for this time in LA and I feel like I've just come in and completely like tornadoed through her life. Like today I knocked down all her clothes that were hanging up on her bed and like I'm like trying to like do my makeup on her bed and like knocked other things over and I can just see her like her little twitch of like, don't fucking kill her. But my right, my low light would be, and this is something I don't know if other people do this, I'm sure, but I was on Instagram and do you guys remember the movie The Fox and the Hound?
I don't remember watching it, but I remember hearing about it.
Okay, it's a pure tragedy. It's like one of the saddest movies ever made, and I saw a clip about it on Instagram and it was like this like sad clip and they were really putting in the sadness and I kept watching it to the point where I actually made myself cry and then I sent it to my husband and I made my husband watch it and he was like, oh my God, this is so sad. I'm like, but are you crying? And he was like, no, I'm not crying. I'm like, I'm crying. He's like, stop watching it. But I couldn't look away, but I was just torturing myself. It's so sad.
Is it animated?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I may know what it is.
Yeah, The Fox and the Hound. I can't even get into it.
I'm like, I feel like when I watch TikToks, that gets my tears out so that I don't cry when I'm having like little conversations with people. Because otherwise, I think I would cry a lot more in real life.
Right?
I don't let it all out while I'm watching like TikToks and video clips. So
Yes.
I think it's what I'm saying.
It's healthy.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So getting into about you, we were looking through social medias and we love all your dance videos. And, you know, when did you start dance?
Yeah. So I started dancing when I was probably like 3 years old, and just never stopped. I pretty much took every single dance class I could possibly take, from Irish step dancing, clogging, like the typical ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, all everything that I could do. I was obsessed with it growing up. And then I continued on in college. Honestly, the only reason I went to college was to keep dancing.
Amazing.
So, one of the reasons I dropped out because I wasn't really fast, but you know what? I never missed a dance class. And And then, yeah, and so from there, once I moved up to Minneapolis area, there was a lot of like heel classes. So that's kind of when I started taking the classes in heels and things like that. And then, yeah, and then I made it on the Timberwolves for 1 year. So that was kind of where that journey took me. But
Yeah, your videos
always,
are amazing. Your heels
yeah.
ones, we were watching, we're like, okay. We're like, damn. I took a heels
Thank
class
you.
once and I did it without the heels because I was
Yeah.
terrified. Let me tell you, I did it once and I was like actually no, two and done. Because I was like, I can't. I was like rolling around everywhere. I have no grace. But girl, you turn it
Oh,
up.
Yeah.
it is so fun, and I've like I started teaching some hip hop classes there, but the studio I taught at, they do beginner heel classes as well, and I'm like, it is so cool to see people that have never danced before just come in, and like consistently learn, and then by the end of the year they're like killing it. So
That's
like,
so cool.
Yeah, there's a couple
very,
girls at my day job that do heel classes, and I love to see the videos they post. And I'm always like, that's so exciting. But I would be falling. I would like hurt somebody else by like falling and taking them out.
I was scared, but I do feel like heels classes are very empowering. Like I feel like the space itself, I feel like everyone is like very supportive, and it like the whole thing just feels like every time I left, I felt super confident. I was just actually genuinely scared of hurting myself because I was like, my back hurts, my knees are popping. I'm not. It's not it. So for Love is Blind, what was your casting process like?
yeah. So for casting, they reached out to me through DM on my Instagram. And then from there, I kind of thought it was a scam at first. I didn't really believe it. And then I had a close friend, her boyfriend. He was very adamant that I reach back out to them and talk to them. I
Okay.
like to joke with him that he just didn't want his friend to have single girls anymore around
Yeah.
her. But no, he was just supportive and really thought that I should be on reality TV because I kind of every time I'd see him, I'd go through the rundown of like all my love life drama, and he'd just always be cracking up. So he's like, I need you on a reality show. Like you'd be so funny. So during that time, basically the process is months long. So I think they started talking to me August or September. And then, you wait weeks and then someone else reaches out and talks to you and then you wait more weeks. And I didn't end up actually knowing that I was cast until like the Tuesday before we left. And it was a Sunday, Tuesday or
Oh.
Wednesday. So like 5 days before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy. And I was still trying, like, I was trying to finish out my work week. So I really only had like a day and a half to pack, get my life together. So it really, it's hard to, which is why I think it's so funny when people hated me for having dirty shoes. I was like, that was the last thing on my mind, you guys. Trying to make sure my shoes were clean, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, because you guys got to bring your own clothes and everything, right?
Yes.
So
Yep.
it was like
100%.
no time to get that delivery in.
Nothing.
Yeah. I know that's what I was just thinking. I was like, wait a second. If you bring your own clothes, how? Like you just had all those cute outfits
Yeah.
already, or like?
So a lot of girls ordered things just in case in preparation since we knew the dates. I didn't, and I do have a lot of clothes, so I just kind of went with that. But I took the more casual, comfy route in the
Yeah.
pods because if I was sitting in there all day, like I did not want to be in dresses or skirts or anything like that anyways. So I was just going to be kind of relaxed. So that was easier for me to pack, but my mom came the day before and she is such a underpacker. Like she's the type of person that she'll go to Europe for a week with like an under the seat bag
Oh
or
my
longer
God.
than yes.
I feel
And
anxiety.
that was how she was trying to get me the bag the whole time.
No.
No, if I go on vacation, I need the extra suitcase. They allow me, okay? Just let me live.
Yeah.
But
Just on that topic, since we're here, do they do your hair and makeup, or is this just like a talent you all have?
well, thank you for saying that. I don't have the hair makeup or the hair talent apparently because I got roasted about my bangs the whole time I was there.
I
But
loved your bangs.
yeah, oh, thank you. But yes, we all did our own hair and makeup, and we did have to do something behind the scenes. Um, because you never know when you're gonna get pulled for an interview, you have to have the same interview look. So you have to have your hair and makeup exactly the same every day, or at least similar enough that it would be easy to get it back to interview.
Oh, that's interesting. So I guess however you do your first interview is how you sort of have to show up the whole time for all of them.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God. See, I'm so bad with that stuff. I'd be like, I can't recreate this. Like, this was chance.
And by a couple days, you're like, I don't want to curl my hair. Can I just pull it into a ponytail? But no, you can't.
Yeah, you girls were working. Oh my God.
And I just want to say, one of the themes about you on the show was, with me, like when I was 30 years old, I was never been in a full relationship either. There'd been,
Okay, yeah.
I never made it past the situationship. And, and so I was like, that's not that weird, but they made it such a storyline.
Yes, they did. I also didn't think it was that weird. I had many talks with the guys in there that they didn't really show about my reasonings, and I feel like I'm very confident in the choices that I've made that have led me to this point. And I think they showed a little clip of me being like, if I wanted a boyfriend, I could have a boyfriend. I mean, that's like, you don't want to be with the wrong person. That's the thing. Like every woman is capable of getting a boyfriend, but we're not going to like devalue ourselves for the wrong person though.
Mhm.
That's what I like was trying to get across. I also just love my independence, and I have never wanted to have like the worst thing in the world to me would be having an average man bugging me all day. Like,
Yes.
you have to be pretty special for me to like put up with you in my space, in my environment. So,
Exactly. And looking from your social media, you were too busy having fun.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys don't like a girl that acts like that. And you know what? I don't want a guy that doesn't like a girl that acts the way I act because I'm having a lot of fun. So I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. That's what I said to her. I was like, she could keep up with my alter ego. Her name's Pam, and she's a lot. But I was like, I feel like she could keep up with Pam.
Mhm.
I have to meet Pam.
Yes.
Pam is a good time. Pam is a friggin' great time. I've met her, and I think you could keep up with Pam. I think.
Okay, next time you're in LA, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Next time I'm in LA, I'll hit you up.
Yeah.
Pam.
Pam.
Yes. But going on the show, were you nervous that your first boyfriend was going to be your husband?
No, because I think that might end up happening if I'm being honest. Because I just get really intense gut feelings when I feel like something's right. And there's been guys that I've wanted to, well, maybe like one guy that I wanted to be in a relationship with. And it didn't work out for, because of our differences and different situations. But I will say when I feel like something is right, I think that's when I'm going to be in that relationship. The only thing I was nervous about was like living with someone. I've lived alone for the last, 5, 6 years, and that was making me nervous because I was like, wait, I don't know that I could jump into marriage because I don't want to move quite yet.
Yeah.
But I don't think, other than that, I think I would have been fine.
And I think that there's something to be said about like, I think it's actually really inspiring that it's like, you know your worth, you know what you like, you know that it's going to take someone pretty special if you're going to sacrifice your time for someone. Like, I wish that I had that headspace when I was a bit younger and I was dating, because I wasted so much of my like youth just like with the biggest dumbasses sometimes. Like some of them are great, and other ones I look back and I'm like, I wish I had the self-worth and like the self-confidence to know that like I don't need to be wasting my time with this like loser. You know what I mean? So I think that that's great that you're just like, it's going to take someone pretty special.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I wasted a lot of time on dumbass. We just didn't make it official, so
Yeah.
you're not my boyfriend, but no.
Yeah.
I know that's the hard part is like it's not that I'm super, I mean, I do want to be picky in what I want. It's not that I'm picky in like the little minor things. I think for me it's really hard to connect to someone emotionally enough to like want to be around them all the time, and at least a man. So that aspect, I'm like, I just, the one time that I felt like I could be around someone consistently or long term, I kind of clung on to him, and he was not necessarily a great person either, but that was just, it's like, oh my gosh, this has to be right because want to like, I don't want to throw him out the next day. So,
Yeah.
Well, I always
anyway, so
dated.
now I'm kind of, oh, sorry, go.
Oh, I was gonna say I always dated for like the idea of a person and less of actually them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's hard I think too, or at least I am like romantic. So a lot of times when I'm talking to guys at first, I'm like putting on a story about them, and then you get to know the real them, and you're like, oh, so they're not
Yeah,
as
they're
good
not
as
it.
I thought in my mind. Yeah.
Yes. The taking us to the day to day in the pods, like what was that like? Like what did you guys do all day? Like were you like literally on dates all day, all night? Like what was that?
Sometimes it felt like that. Yeah, so you start out, there was 16 guys our season. The first day you talk to all 16 of them. So they're like 10-minute dates. And then you get cut in half. So then you go from 16 to 18, and that's after you rank them from 1 through 16. And then after that, you kind of just like slowly dwindle down. They basically told us it was based on mutual interest. So you might only have, some people might have 4 dates one day, and some people might only have 2 dates one day, if they didn't like have enough people mutually interested as they were mutually interested in.
Okay.
But for me, I personally, like, I guess I would say third day in, you have a lot more breaks in the day. And when you have those, you're just sitting in the lounge talking to girls, hanging out. So that's the fun part. For me personally, I found it really hard talking to multiple guys at the same time. I started to get bored with a lot of the conversations, and nothing against the other guys and you know whatnot, but I just like really liked Dave right away, and so for me, I was all in on him, and so anytime I had to have the same conversations with other men that I was having with Dave, I was like, "Ugh, I just had this, and it's like, and it's not him, so what's the point of this?"
Yeah.
So I ended up ending things with people pretty early.
Yes.
I could have probably done it earlier, but everyone around was like, you should just like keep talking to people until you know you can't. But it's really draining to have 3-hour conversations with people about everything you want and hopes and dreams. And so I kind of just ended it with the last 2 guys I was seeing prior to Dave, and was very happy with that decision. Because I don't think I could have done the last like 6-hour dates with 2 people. That would be really hard.
Do they put you in there for like a set time? Like, okay, you're going in for 3 hours?
Yeah. But you don't have to stay in there the whole time. So
Okay.
breaks. You can, yeah. It's completely up to you, and you're never forced to go into anything. It's really, really up to you. But you don't know who you're seeing until you walk into that date. I mean, you can kind of have a good idea based on the day prior conversations, but you just get like a schedule, and it basically just says at this time pod one, and then you walk into pod one and you say hello, and then you're like, oh, hi,
Oh,
I want to talk to you, or hello, it's not someone I want to talk to. So,
okay. That's so cool. I always wondered if you guys could like schedule your own dates. Like I thought it was like you guys could be like, "Oh, we want to meet tomorrow," but it's all set up for you.
it is based on like what you ranked them previously, and then of course, if you don't see someone that you really wanted to see, you can ask to see them,
Okay.
and then that other person to accept it or decline it. But
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and on the show, like, did you like the way you were perceived?
Yeah, I think for the most part, yes. They showed a very limited perception of me, is what I'll say. It was still me, so I'm not mad at it by any means. They can't show a full range of any one person on the show. Like, I don't think there's a single person that you saw every single side of them. So I'm very aware of that. The first 6 episodes, I will say the only thing that was a little frustrating, and I don't blame anyone for this because I know why they did it, but it felt like it was only showing me saying yes back, which if anyone knows me, I'm such a talker
Yeah.
and I have a lot of opinions. And so even my friends and family were like, okay, this is not you. You're not the person that just says yes to things. You always have something to say. I'm like, obviously they cut it out because the point was to show him what he was saying to me. And I do think I was responding a lot like yes to show that I was listening because I couldn't give him visual cues that I was listening. So a lot of times it kind of looked like I was agreeing with what he was saying when it wasn't necessarily the case. So that was a little frustrating. I obviously looked a little ditzy and like unserious when I was in the pods, and like that I didn't care about like the other girls or if there was someone around me. And that was a little frustrating, but I mean, I know like the real story, and I mean, I think everyone by the end of it understood where I was coming from. I think it was just like the first couple episodes, people were like, why does this girl seem to not care?
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I don't think I got that vibe. I think you came off as just like really just honestly, we were like, she's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having a lot of fun. I'm like, that is a lot of my personality, is just being like, oh my God, I'm kidding because there's a guy that I like. Like, that's how I talk with my friends if I like a guy. It's not like I'm necessarily obsessed with him, but I'm like, if I get little butterflies, I'm gonna be excited to share it with someone.
Yeah.
So
Do you think being on the show like changed your perception of dating at all?
that's a great question. I did right when we came back from the show, they did give us like a lot of good prompt questions throughout the day. Like we had like every day had kind of a theme of the day and gave you a bunch of questions of what you might ask about that theme. We never had to ask any question we didn't want to. We didn't have to even go based on the theme. It was just kind of like a guideline, which was really helpful for when you're in a room for 3 hours and you're like, I need something.
Yeah.
But I will say when I got back, I was very much like, okay, you know what I will take away from this experience is asking the like more serious questions sooner,
Okay.
and seeing if I can get to know someone on a deeper level quicker than I've done in the past. Not gonna lie though, I haven't really been dating much the past year, but I do think that that's something that I will like lean into when I do go on more dates. But
Yeah, I think that I especially too like I feel like you're kind of in like a pressure cooker. So it's like I feel like if I was in that type of situation, I myself wouldn't know what to ask, and I don't even think that I would be thinking like, oh, I should find this out, like anything like organic. I feel like I would be so nervous, and then I would just be like, okay, what are they saying I should ask? Like I feel like I wouldn't have my own thoughts because I would be so under pressure.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And they kind of give you guys like prompts and stuff of like questions if you need help, right?
Yes, yeah, they're like in the back of our notebooks. Like if we need a list of questions, we can kind of scroll back there and look. And
Hmm.
some of them were like, really good questions, just to get an idea of, who the person you were talking to was. So
Yeah, excellent.
definitely helpful.
I'm
Yeah.
not very good at small talk, so I'd be like, "So, what's the weather like there?"
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'd be like, I don't even know. I feel like whenever I get nervous, I just like black out. So I feel like I would have just been like in the room blacking out the whole time. Like, and then of course, if I was drinking wine or something, I'd be like, ooh, like,
Especially not seeing someone's face. Like you can't, I don't know. You don't know what to go off of, so it's almost harder. You want the silences to be less than even in a real conversation because you're like, I don't even know. What am I looking? I can't look anywhere. So,
yeah.
so really it is a lot. Yeah, a lot of pressure, but it gets easier the longer you do it. And a lot of the times when I was talking, and I think that was the reason with Dave I did like him so much was because we would just talk about stupid things, and at the end of 3 hours, I would be like, oh, it's 3 hours. And so I think I leaned into that a lot of, oh, I'm having fun with this guy at least. So
Yeah.
maybe he's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being face to face with him and having that conversation, you really came to bat and like defended Lauren and hyped her up, and you just like proved like you're a girl's girl. So what advice would you have for other women that are sort of in a similar situation or that are being pinned against one another?
Yeah. I think advice for women, I feel like just understanding that, I mean, I've said this and I know everyone on TikTok is saying it, but like the whole decentering men thing is I think it's so important for women to do. Um, and it feels so different when you finally feel that shift within yourself to like be like, I actually don't, I want a man or I want to like a man, but what they're giving back to me is not my main priority in life. Like I have to find within myself what I want to do rather than relying on a man to tell me. I think that's so important. And in that situation, I really just like what she was telling me felt like she was wronged. And it just, to me, it felt so wrong of what he was doing. And based on what I had seen even through our breakup, I just was like, this is, you cannot be like doing this to women. I think you know, what I said
Mm-hmm.
to him about pushing people away, I think he does that.
Yeah.
And I mean, he even admitted that to me in the pods. I think even though he didn't want to admit that he was doing that, he was clearly doing that. Um, and then as far as just like, I always try to, when I'm thinking about speaking to people, I always try to think like, okay, if someone was doing this to me, how would I feel? Or if this conversation, and obviously in this situation, this
Mhm.
conversation would be heard by Lauren,
Yeah.
would never want to say something that she would be upset about because she was my only priority at that time. I didn't care about Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not in a relationship. And so at that point, it was going to be based on my friendship instead.
Yeah. I like that. And I think that it's good that it's because it's always sometimes like the woman, even in this type of situation and how it went down, it's really easy for some women to make the women to be the villain when really there's no accountability on the man. So it was really just like, you go, girl. It was really empowering just to watch you stand up and just be straight and defend and be a girl's girl.
Appreciate it.
What has what has this experience and like being on the show, like what has that taught you about yourself?
Um, I would say what the experience in general has taught me. I would say I think I can be a little bit unserious about relationships. So
Mm.
that's something I've been looking at myself a little bit more and trying to be like, how can I have a more or a deeper connection with people? Because I do think I lean into my unserious fun side a lot, which is a big part of me. So I go back and forth. I do want people to see that I do have a deeper side, of course. But for me, I generally I just like to lean into unseriousness and having fun. But just reflecting and knowing that like it's okay to, have some more serious conversations and to like let my walls down. Especially even in that last conversation with Dave. While I looked very put together talking to him, obviously I broke down right after that. And that is something I do in any type of situation I've been in the past where I've never let a man see me cry. I've never told them exactly how much they've hurt me. They don't know. So I'm like, on one hand, I'm glad I do that because I don't give them that, power over me. However, I also think that it's not necessarily always strong to like hold things back from people, and like it's okay to let people know when they hurt you or why you're upset with something. And I think I want to lean into that a bit more,
Yeah.
Because I remember like specifically when he said, I think I made myself really clear when he was breaking up with me. And that pissed me off so much. But I just left him with the like, okay, sounds good. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
No, I mean, part of me is like, I should have ripped into him. But at that time, I just was like, I don't have it in me. Like, I'm so angry, I can't say anything. And if I start talking, I might cry. So
Yeah.
I just left it there.
And I get that. Like, there's definitely situations where it's just like, when you're so crushed like that, it's like you don't want to be vulnerable anymore. You just want to shut it off. And like, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. So, especially in a situation like that, because it's not like you can have like a face-to-face conversation and you're doing this in like an intimate setting where it's like, it's safe even to feel vulnerable. I feel like, again, like being in a pressure cooker would just enhance things and kind of just make you whatever. So like, I probably would be the exact same way where it's just like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not giving you any more satisfaction. I'm done.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And how has dating been since you've been on the show?
Well, for like a whole year, I was shut off from men pretty much. And it not just about the whole situation and not even just Dave. My past situation kind of scarred me a little bit too. And so I wasn't really putting myself out there last year. I really was just kind of having a year of fun. And I was like, you know what? Dating's the last thing on my mind. And I just want to go out with my girls every weekend. And
Girls just want to have fun.
go on a date. Yeah. And I had so much fun. I have recently, the last few months, I would say since like the show came out, started to go on a few dates. And it's been good. I've had some fun, but nothing like serious. So yeah.
Do they bring it up the show or anything? Or like, do you feel like they're like a fan? Has that happened?
What do I talk about?
Oh, we don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it.
It's okay. One person was, I mean, yes, he brought up, it was more so, I don't think it was so much the show, but just like everything, the TikToks and the Instagram, everything was like a big thing for him. And he was very nice, but it was a lot of like the conversations were a lot of like, oh yeah, that one TikTok you did was so funny. And I was like, oh my, whoa, you really
yeah,
are following me a lot. And this is our first date.
So we're definitely gonna have to block him. Guys.
So sweet. I'm like, I know we all kind of do it, but like you don't talk about it.
Yeah, you don't talk about the creeping that you've done. Like, I know that I've made it to the bottom of very like too many Facebook pages, or not Facebook, Instagram pages and stuff like that. But like, I don't talk about it.
Oh my gosh. And he was deep. Some of the comments he were deep. And I was like, oh, wow, this is making me feel uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely happens. I was on a dating show when I was younger, but it was a 1-episode thing. But on my episode, they made me like twerk in my underwear. And so people would bring it up all the time. I was like, this is so embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's iconic. It's not embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, now I think it's iconic, but in the moment I was like,
Pam.
it was Pam. Yeah, it definitely was. And how do you think you've like grown since the show?
As far as growth since the show, I would say, I do think that I am more open to like, well, I guess I just said that I wasn't really dating for the past year,
Yeah.
but definitely I feel more open to like let myself fall in love again. Like I really do feel that way. I'm so excited to. I really hope it's this year. I had a psychic tell me it's this year, so I'm like,
We love a psychic moment.
Yes.
no, it was a good reading too, and she nailed a lot of things. So she said by the end of 2025, you're gonna meet them, and by the beginning of 2026, you're gonna be ready to marry him. So
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
And I will say
Turn around.
sometimes because I've had psychics say stuff like that and say a date, and they'll be like, by this Christmas, you're going to be in a relationship. But it's like the following Christmas that happened. Like everything that happened a year later. And I was like, they were right, but
So, yeah, so I'll leave it open. She's
Yeah.
already been right a couple things, but so I'm just hoping. We'll see.
Perfect.
That's exciting. I've had a psychic actually tell me when I'm supposed to be pregnant. So, yeah, we've been trying to get pregnant now, my husband and I, for 2 years, and we've got some fertility stuff happening. But she said that at the end of this year, actually, 2025, is when I'm supposed to get pregnant and I'm going to have 2 girls. She didn't say if it was twins or not, but oh my God. We're
Okay,
going to
so
have
we're
to
gonna
circle
have to do a
back.
check-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is my pregnancy update, your dating update.
We're going to clip the scene right
Yes.
here for that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I know me and my mom used to always see the psychic. Like we just religiously in my family. But her psychic's retired. So I'm like, I'm so lost. I need like somebody new that I trust.
You know what? If this works out for me, I will blast her name everywhere and tell people.
We're going to road
Where to-
trip. We will road trip to you to that psychic.
Yes.
Like if she pans out, trust me, we're there.
Oh yeah.
Well, she was already. So I found out about her from my cousin, and she basically told my cousin about when she was gonna have kids as well, and she was correct in some other things in her life that all panned out. So that's how I found her. So I was like, I'm hoping she's as accurate with me, but
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, my mom and my sisters are twins, and when she had them, she didn't even know she was pregnant. And this psychic said to her, "You're pregnant with twins," and she was like, "Whatever," and she was pregnant with twins.
Oh my God.
And it was just like unexpected. It was
that's the
just
one that's retired. She's retired.
no. This was a
Oh,
different
no.
guy. This was
Okay.
something else.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them around, I guess.
How?
In the family.
People are gonna be like, how many psychics do you guys see?
Yeah, like how much guidance do you
Oh,
need?
yeah.
Yeah, we're like, our psychics are actually our therapists.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just tell me it's gonna be okay.
Honestly,
Yeah, tell me I'm good.
kind of been the route I've chosen.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, I wonder if we should get a psychic on the show.
We
Imagine a
should.
live reading. They'd be like, you girls are a fucking mess and you're gonna keep being a mess.
But I love listening to any podcast that has a psychic on. I love listening to them. So you should do that.
Oh
Me
my
too.
God. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love
I'd like to know what to say.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, we've done predictions on the show one time, or no, actually twice we've done predictions. I predicted that the watch ring would return, and it has. So I actually wear a watch ring every day, but I don't have it. Long story. But we predicted that. And then we also said something about Miley Cyrus. I said that she's going to have an announcement, and Kyle was like, oh, do you think she's going to be pregnant? And I was like, no, I never want to say that about someone, but I think it's going to be like in and around that. And she just recently announced that she doesn't want to have kids. And I was like, we predicted that somehow.
Yes.
You heard it first.
I believe it. Hey, I've heard everyone has a little bit of abilities in them, so maybe you just need to channel.
Yeah. You need to do those.
More.
Yeah, you need to do some like voodoo stuff. Have you received any DMs or anything, like any crazy DMs since being on the show?
I mean, nothing super crazy. You get like, there's some people that are very passionate about their hatred,
Wow.
which is funny to me because I'm like, why do you care that much?
Yeah.
I would say the weirdest ones, I think personally, are if you are a middle-aged man with a wife and kids, and you are taking your time to message me multiple times about anything. It's weird. That's weird to me. So I'll just say that. But the weirdest, like, they always start off like so nice, like beautiful, not like very nice. And then the longer they go without a response, then it's trashy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There was one guy because I was just so curious when I like saw it. I looked on his page. I'm like, okay, I found out where you work. He's a lawyer, by the way. Where he works, his wife works, his kids go to school, their birth dates. Like everything about himself was so public. I was like, I just messaged back. I'm like, crazy of you to do this when I found out all this information about you in 5 minutes. But
you're like, I have the receipts to show your wife. So
I know. Well, because his last thing to me was like trashy, and I was like, it's trashy that you're a whole ass husband,
yes,
father of kids, and you're spending your time DMing me things. Like that's trashy. But anyways,
men are so creepy. Men are so creepy. We actually, we've done an episode, which is coming out soon, with a creator, and she runs the page He's So Mid. I don't know if you've heard of it, but what she does. Okay, you're going to love this page. So what she does is she will go on and she'll find like a man's comment. So it'll be like, say, Sabrina Carpenter, and some man will be like, oh my God, like she looks like whatever, and something mean. But then she'll go in and show the profile picture of the guy who's talking. And it's always like the ugliest, beat up, like friggin' nastiest guy.
Yeah.
Definitely seen TikToks like this. So yes, I probably have seen her page and didn't realize it. I'll have to follow. That's so funny.
Yeah. She just like zooms in, gets closer and closer.
Or it'll be like the hairline or whatever. And it's like during the conversation with her, we're like, half these men have wives and families and daughters. Like, I don't understand.
That's like, because I'm like, I can't imagine. I just can't imagine my dad ever saying like that about another woman. And like, it's so weird. How would you do that?
Yeah.
Like watching your 13-year-old daughter grow up and knowing that like she's probably getting, weird messages, or will be someday too. Like
from other dads. Ew.
Do you have any advice for like anyone going on the show?
Advice for people going on the show, I would say try your best to stay open to as many people for as long as you can. That's something I didn't do. I don't know how you would do it, but I think that's probably like good advice, just so you can meet more people and have more options. I would say really like go into the process with what you want in mind, and like actual, like even write it down and manifest what you want, and make sure it's very clear to yourselves. Because I think there was red flags that I saw, but because it was like so exciting for me at the time, and like I was really into him and he was the only person I was feeling a spark with, that I ignored it because I was like, oh well, I don't know that he really meant it that way. Um, and so I let things go. But I think if you have like a very clear, like, this is what I want in a person, you can kind of like look back in your notes and be like, does he follow these guidelines that I wanted ahead of time? And I think that's cool. But
That's good
smart.
advice.
That's smart. Because yeah, I feel like it would be so easy just to, especially again, being in like a situation like that. Like I know me, I'd probably just start falling for someone that I didn't even really want, but just because like heat of the moment. So I think it's good that you have that like sort of guide to sort of ground you, be like, no, this is what we came in for. Yeah.
Well, and it's so hard, right? Because you're like, you don't have any contact to your support system or people in the outside world. People have an issue if you talk to the other girls about it because you never know if they're saying them. Although we did, kind of talk a bit in there, but so we really only have like a couple people you can talk to while you're in there. And if you don't really have anyone being like, oh, was that weird? Then,
Yeah.
sometimes just like flies over your head or you look past it more. And I think it's easy, like specifically as women, like we want to be people pleasers. We want to like be like, oh no, it's okay. Like, and it's just like really holding your ground for what you want. But
yeah. Do you think that the experiment is something that does work, or do you think it's more of like a social experiment?
It's definitely a social experiment. However, it can work. I like to say if your person's in there, it's an amazing way to meet them, and it allows you to meet them faster and deeper. Like Taylor and Daniel are the real thing. Like, so by like seeing their love story play out and seeing them in real life, it 100% can work. It's just, but if your person's not in there, your person's not in there. You can't force something that's not meant to be. But if two people are right for each other, I do think it definitely has the possibility of working, and just like it gives you like a deeper foundation, I would say.
Yeah. And outside of the show, do you have any like plans for the future?
No, not really. I kind of just like to fly by the seat of my pants and say yes when new things come up. And I'm not a big planner. So right now I'm just like still back at work, just hanging out in St. Paul, nothing huge. But I will say every couple of years I get really like stuck in a rut and I have to do something outside of my comfort zone. Otherwise I feel stuck, which is why I went on the show because I was like in a huge rut, and then they were reaching out to me and I was like, you know what? Perfect timing because I need a change. So I'm sure in a couple months or a year or so, I'm going to be like, I need to do something different, but we'll see.
And that's always good too, because, as you get older, like it's harder to make friends, especially as people getting married and whatever. And, going into new things and meeting new people and new communities is like such a great way to continue to meet new people and just constantly evolve as well.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to go through a round of creepy or cute or cute or creepy. And basically you can let us know if you think it's cute or creepy.
I love it. I love a game.
And it doesn't have to be creepy. It is just positive or negative. And but yeah, we just throw some rapid fire words or phrases and you just say cute or creepy. Creepy.
Creepy. Sometimes it comes out creepy.
I will probably say creepy.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Go.
Men obsessed with their sisters.
Ugh, creepy. Not a good relationship, but you don't need,
Yeah.
Red cowgirl boots.
Cute. I just wore some last weekend.
I saw those, girl. I saw those.
Being attractive after 30.
Oh, cute. Yeah. I think we are getting better with age, everyone.
Yeah.
Is getting better with age. I feel like I'm getting better with age, so
yeah.
Cute.
We're fine wines. That's what it is. Guys wearing your crop tops.
I'd probably get a giggle out of it, but not like good as a joke, but kind of cute.
Okay.
Like, I might be a little sad that it can fit them, but I would be like, eh.
That's like me.
Cilantro and scabies.
You took from my TikTok.
Yeah.
I love the real cilantro. I do like to eat cilantro. Creepy.
Yeah, I think it's clear these are all based off of our research.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm getting that now.
Yeah.
Hard-hitting journalism.
The next one here. I got this one.
You do this one.
Wagon Wheel with Tootsie.
Oh my god, cute. Love it. Wagon wheel. Queen chair, always.
This morning she was outside of my parking garage and I like climbed through the gate and rolled the window down and I was like, Wagon Wheel with Tootsie.
That TikTok you made? Okay, now we sound like that guy on the date, like referring back to all your TikToks. But this is journalism. Yeah. We were dying laughing. That was so funny. We're like, oh my god, we have to bring this up on the show. We have to.
Cassandra and I are like, for some reason we just love that. We love that.
Now it's stuck in my head forever.
You've inspired us.
But
Yeah, our little drunk cigs. I'm like, I promise I'm not a smoker, but for some reason there's a couple TikToks that I'm holding a cigarette. I'm like, I took 2 puffs.
No, we're about that life.
No, we've dabbled. We lived that life. We lived the.
Every once in a while, you have a drunk cig, okay? You don't make them close.
Yes.
One random fact about the movie Burlesque that I just remembered that my old apartment was the apartment they used for Christina's character.
Oh my god!
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I was
so cool.
I was like at home watching it with my mom, and then they panned to it, and I'm like, "That's my apartment."
Okay,
That's
humble
gotta
brag.
be your truth in the lie. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Timberwolves.
oh, cute. We love go Timberwolves always.
Reunions.
Oh, creepy.
Irish.
So stressful. That was the worst day of my life, you guys.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine how you guys just all sit there after everything that's happened, and you're just like,
so awkward.
oh
tense.
my god. And honestly, like, we've spoken to some other guests from the show, and I'm just like, sometimes the way that, like, and I'm just gonna throw the shade, but Vanessa and Nick will like reiterate something or circle back. I'm like, why, guys? Why are we going there? Like, leave them alone.
Let's stop it. Oh my gosh, I know. Yeah, and we watch it with all the cast where we were in Austin, so we had to watch it together. So not only did we live it at one time, we were watching it on screen together. It was so uncomfortable, you guys.
Oh my god, they should have put little, like, okay, not to be that person, but imagine they put just like little cameras around just to watch your like all reaction, then you get like a reunion part 2. Like,
I was trying to like lighten the mood and crack some jokes, but it was pretty tense.
no, that would have been no. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've never heard of that because normally like cast members will get like copies of the episode like a day or so before it comes out, and then they just go to the reunion. There's no like watching it before.
Yeah.
Together.
Well, yeah, because we filmed it, and then we like when it aired on Netflix, they had us at an event in Austin, and so we were like in this room. They actually did 2 different groups, but half the cast was in each group, and so we watched it with half of the cast.
So much fun. Irish dancing.
Oh, cute. Although I'm getting to the point where I'm watching myself, I'm like, I look a little creepy doing that. So,
No, you look
the
cute.
young girls that still have it, cute.
Dancing on tables.
Cute, always.
The cutest. The cutest. You know, honestly, like, we could totally have a night and you could totally keep up with Pam. Like, the more that we're sitting here and the things that you're saying, and I'm like, she's us. She is us a few years ago when we were young and had it.
Work, girl.
Yeah.
I can't wait. You guys, I'm going to plan a trip after this just to come see.
Oh my God. We're going to tear it up and we'll go to a psychic. How much fun.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my God. So much fun. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on. This has been so much fun. We've had a great time. We hope you did too, or it's really awkward.
I love you guys. Oh, you guys are the best. I can't wait to meet you.
It's gonna be so much fun. And everyone, we will link all of your socials so everyone can check her out. But again, you all know who she is, so whatever. But thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.